my hair. How do you manage to keep your hair up? Because I have to be presentable every day, and then I sweat a lot in my hair, and I can't. Do y'all use? Well, you know what? I'm just thinking. I just answered my own question. Maybe the dry shampoo. Do any of you use that? Maybe if I use dry shampoo, on the days I go to the gym, I'll be okay. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is Mondays. I'm sorry. No. This is my Monday for work, but today is Tuesday, September the 2nd, the Tuesday after Labor Day. How's everybody doing? Welcome all my new subscribers. I teeter between 16,599 and then 16,600. And then I have people that subscribe and then others unsubscribe. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, it's all love over here. Right. So, being a content creator, which I don't really feel like everybody create content if you get on here talking, but what I'm saying is I'm not popular, or I don't have millions of subscribers, tens of thousands of views. I don't have 1,000 views. A lot of my videos will have 100. But if I help one person in running my mouth like I like to do, then it ain't no time wasted. I do get a little, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. I do get a little paid, but back in the day, I would. So you have $100 threshold. You have to make 100 to be able to get paid. And so for years and years, I always got a check every month, right? But here lately, it take me 2 months to make over $100. And that's why I say when you can't sustain your household, this when it becomes a hobby and not a career, right? So for me, I know I'll never be able to make it. Well, I'm not gonna ever say never, but it won't be my only source of income, right? Yeah. So at the age I am now, and the years on my job, I can retire. I just would like my pay to be a little more. So, but y'all know I told y'all the successful business person has 3 forms of income. Yeah. And so that's how I'm living. Not where I want to be. Thank God I ain't where I used to be, and thank God I'm not who I used to be. So things changing. I still have to pinch myself. I'm 60 years old. 60. 60. I'm like, what? What? Me? 60? Yes, you are. Sure. So I gotta concentrate on my health. Y'all need to be walking. So my problem is, any of you ladies who I still perm my hair, how do you manage to keep your hair up? Because I have to be presentable every day, and then I sweat a lot in my hair, and I can't. Do y'all use? Well, you know what? I'm just thinking. I just answered my own question. Maybe the dry shampoo. Do any of you use that? Maybe if I use dry shampoo, on the days I go to the gym, I'll be okay. Because I sweat profusely in my hair. Always have. Sometimes when because I take a very hot bath, that may be TMI. When I get out of the bathtub, the back of my hair is literally wet. It's wet. Oh shoot, I should have ran out there. I should have brought it up. But anyway, so that has been my problem. So I exercise in the house. I feel like I got a hair under my chin. Can y'all see it? But I exercise in home, and when I do, and so that helps some. I don't sweat as much. Maybe if I put a band around the front, one of those bands that go around the front of that go all the way around like this, maybe that will help too, stop my hair from getting so wet. But I know me, once my hair gets wet, I'm not going to be comfortable going around people with sweaty hair. Dry sweat is what it really is. I don't. Anyway, I got to figure that one out. I have to figure that one out. I know my sister, she literally washes her hair daily. But like I said, with a perm, I couldn't wash it every day. And then I roller set my hair. So, I wouldn't be able to do that. Somebody in her spot. Anyway, y'all, yeah. I'll have it back at y'all later. Be blessed. Much love. Bye. Happy. Is it hump day? Yeah, it's hump day. When we be off, I get so confused, y'all. Happy hump day. Welcome all my new subscribers. It's Wednesday, September 3rd. It's my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, sis. Anyway, y'all, I told y'all about how I be reading up on articles and I want to come here and share different things that I've learned, I've seen, or whatever. I've seen. So, I saw where they arrested this man because he tried to run over the lady because she wouldn't let him, I don't know if it's take pictures of her feet. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't even read the article. But the reason why this stood out to me is they met on an app online. They decided to meet at a hotel. And she got mad because he didn't want her to take pictures of his feet.
According to the article in the People magazine, it says that, and the heading reads, foot model selling stinky old sneakers allegedly run over by client when she didn't let him smell her feet. So this is what it says. It says, El Monte Circle has been accused of running over a foot model he met on a dating app. A Florida man was arrested after a woman he met on a dating app alleges he ran her over when she declined to let him smell her feet. El Monte Circle was arrested after briefly fleeing the Aventura, Florida hotel where he is accused of attacking a woman he met on Seeking.com, according to an arrest affidavit reviewed by People. The woman, a foot model, told police that the two had agreed to meet at the hotel for the first time on August the 24th. Once in the hotel, they said Circle asked to smell her feet and buy her used sneakers. When I got there, he just wanted to sniff my feet and I didn't feel comfortable with that, she said. I mean, you could have my sneakers all you want, she added. And you know they're just stinky old sneakers, but people like weird things. She told Circle it would cost him $1,000 and that her sneakers were in her car. When she went to use the bathroom, Circle 28 rushed out of the room and she chased after him, thinking he had stolen from her. That's what she told the police. And then she found him in the parking garage where he drove past her in a red SUV before allegedly turning the car and running her over. That's what the investigator said. She suffered a road rash and bruising across her arms and chest. Circle allegedly fled the scene but was arrested on August the 28th after he tried to book a room at the same hotel, the affidavit states. Police say he has been linked to other incidents which mirrors a similar method of attack, but online records did not indicate charges related to those. He has been charged with aggravated battery in connection with the incident and has pleaded not guilty. And that's according to the online court records. Be careful meeting people online and stop meeting them in a hotel. And another thing is, if he wanted to smell her feet and he wanted her stinky sneakers, what did she have on her feet when she was in the room? I don't know. Anyway, y'all, just be safe. I always say, be careful out there. All right? Just wanted to share.
Her feet. But my question is, y'all were meeting up at a hotel. Why would you meet them at a hotel? Now, I didn't get the whole story. Maybe they didn't meet at a hotel room. Maybe they met in the lounge to have lunch or dinner or whatever. I don't even know. I don't have all the particulars. But you have to use discernment on those dating apps, because a lot of times, because I was on one called Black People Meet. And there are a lot of successful women and men, attractive, professional, a lot of military, college graduates and things like that. And I met a few friends on there. Never met anybody in person. But one of the guys is from New York, and he and I talked a lot, conversed backwards and forth online. He was a single parent as well. He worked for the federal government, and he was saying, you come to New York, I show you around, show you where to go shop. I mean, it was just nice, decent conversation. And so I was like, okay, well, he seems so nice and so respectful, so we're going to bump it up a little bit. We exchanged telephone numbers. And y'all, as soon as that man got, we probably had chatted for over a year. But soon as he got my email, he started sending those pics. And you know what pics I'm talking about. And I was just offended. I really, really was, because I thought that he thought more of me than that. Because sex was something that never came up. We talked about the kids, single parenting, wanting our children to be successful, how we interact with other people when our children are around, because he was another one that would make sure his kids were straight before he went out to meet with friends, all that. And the very first time I gave him my number, that's what he sent. I think after that I blocked him, because I was just appalled. I was like, how dare you? I just felt violated. And then the same thing happened with this other guy. I had met him. We talked for a long time. He was in Chicago. He was telling me about how he lived in something like a bubble for 3 months because he had adolescent pediatric cancer. And we just had good conversation. But he said he was divorced. He wasn't divorced. They were separated, or maybe she was just at work when we were talking, whatever. But there were never any feelings that no intimate feelings, just friendships, I guess, is what I was looking for. And that's what I put on there. I was looking for friendships. I wasn't looking for a romantic relationship. And in the event that something would happen in that regards, then it just would happen. It would be naturally. But he did the same thing. I was like, God. So now it makes me feel like that's why I left it. I was like, you know what? Nah, this is not for me. And I know everybody not like that, though. But the good suffer for the bad. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's crazy. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a blessed day. Much love. Bye-bye.